But GENG have gone from success to
Okay, thank you so much for the heads up.
Sentinels had
All right, GENG on defense. We've got Sentinels on attack.
I will say, though, when it specifically comes to Haven,
and we're going for the classic. GENG been winning so many pistols this year with
that A lobby
double
was so
sheriff.
For the one game that GENG
The win
did
percentage
end
on
up
split
dropping
2
on
was
this
like
map.
80 or
That's
something
where
mental.
the breach overcome is significantly better.
You see that A control given up, but nobody wants to
Wait, John got one before he went down? Oh wait, that's a nice sight hit. Also, we're going to do an A hit counter because GENG's A is weak.
In time, smokes up. Might be looking
Number
for a bit
one.
of a contact play, but
More game volume?
call
Sure.
for the pause is made by SEN.
I turned it up my end. Tell me if it's better.
Still holding it down. Go spam it away.
Whoa.
Still adjustment from Sassy. It's good. Leaves it just down to Meteor. 1v3 here for our pistol. Can he do it? First obstacle removed. Plenty more where that came from though. Revealed up just in the last few minutes. Reloads off. Turret up. Catches one of the contacts, but Sentinel's not willing to give them too much of a fight here. Sassy's so wide out into the open. 14 HP. Turret still up. Tens us to break this one. The single shot.
No way, bro. 1v3's the first round. Oh god. It was looking so good. It was looking so good for Sentinels. They need to come up with a strong start. And that is not the strong start that you wanted to see.
Sentinels had played that A exec. The early control, the hit into sight.
Holy. Jonas Steele, thank you so much for doing that, bro, in the YouTube chat. I see you, man. Thank you for that.
Red Bull clutch comes through in a spot that it should never.
I appreciate you, Jonah.
We've got to start there. This is a situation where he should get traded every single time.
Well, surely we can get a... damn, that was nuts.
And the home crowd roars.
Yeah, holy hell.
1v3 and GENG to continue that kind of dominance with the pistol
Okay,
rounds,
and that's keeping up with the pistol rounds as well. Wait, what is this?
Off in the green room, you know, talking about how good this GENG team is when it comes to just being able to get those early advantages.
Yeah, if you want to let me nerd out for a moment there. GENG, our third best team when it comes to pistols.
Kill streak, kill leader, kill boss, raid boss.
Converting bonuses.
Any of them?
So assuming that they win this
Any
round,
of them?
Which Meteor is under quite a bit of pressure here.
Quite a lot, actually, overwhelming. Damage is being done to them, but it's been flooded in.
And should be all good.
And it should be, yeah, sealed up.
Okay, so one of the deaths actually matters. That's not a gun for the bonus anymore.
And so look, Meteor is going to have enough to buy up a rifle in the next round. They've got 2 Guardians, Bulldog rifle.
Dawson's is going for it. He's getting that orb.
The #1 team at Champions in terms of converting these bonus rounds. In round 3, round
4 away
15,
now,
the
halfway there. Not too bad.
And the follow-up. And I think part of that is because they take them so seriously. They have such
Biff UK,
incredible
thank you with the prime
if
also,
they have
man.
a Guardian
Appreciate
or a
you.
Sheriff in their hands,
Chat, if I miss any
first
subs, I'll
accuracy
try and catch them in
almost
like in
all
the
of these
breaks
guys on
also.
GENG is
Orion loves Blade also.
Love seeing
Rise
that flash
with
there.
the gifted.
Thank
you so much.
Leluco
Leluco also, soft baked.
30 seconds left.
And
I think he's
Kavka with
looking
the
to
prime.
give away
Thank
his
you so
body
much
at the
also.
final moment. I mean, he has nothing really to play for apart from that extra alt point that he could try to get online. And to be honest, he's not too far away from getting it early on in this
He needs
map.
to die though.
Yeah, and spotted out and finally cleaned up here. So inevitable here, but now we can start to look forward to this bonus round.
Surely Sentinels are
usually cooking with
aggro
it.
A.
More of that.
They are, and I'll tell you what, I've been watching a lot of both. Well, I've been watching a lot of GENG on Haven. I've watched all of Sentinels Haven, but they haven't played it very much. So that's an interesting
they
dynamic,
used to
isn't
play
it?
it.
Because SEN are going to read into what they've seen from the VODs from GENG. And one of the interesting things is Viper Orb always going towards C long instead of A. That's an interesting quirk of how
they
GENG
do the
play this. And they have 2 different Viper walls. This one, the most standard, which is going to throw towards A. And then he has an aggressive one for A lobby, which I thought they might pull out. But here on the bonus, looking to try to punish anybody that takes a peek mid.
Dude, if Sentinels don't go aggro A all the time at the time at the beginning, I'm telling you they're missing a trick. I like this for GENG.
Walkabouts wants to make a go of things.
No cam tap.
Yep, no cam, no turret to catch that contact now.
What on earth is the timing of this one? He just checked window. Okay, nicely done from John. I wonder if he saw him jumping up on that.
Now, potentially an
It
opening
looked
for
close, the
Sentinels.
timing.
We'll attempt to slow this one down. They want to try and get rid of most of this util. There's a fault line to try and follow through Zekken. Got a lot in his face here still. Nothing to really shut them down. Meteor dodging the flash, up and away.
Bro, Meteor's insane right now. How's he getting every time one more than he should be getting?
But pushing through the one way, it is Chaos Incarnate. Down to that 1v2. Munchkin. Upgrade in hand. Now he's got to make the most of this one here. Sentinels cannot afford to throw away these player advantage situations. Not like how the pistol round got started for them. Dart is good. Spots out Munchkin now, but he's got a lot more to do. Molly at the feet, Sassy. Push back and away and wide.
My goodness. Oh my god.
Spam and straight bullets away.
Yeah, imagine he had more bullets. Got 9 of them, 6 of them.
There's only 6 left to him. He's got to do so much with it.
I mean, that would have been mental on 6. I'll tell you what, GENG should be pretty happy with this, right? 3 rebuys, big rounds coming up.
The bonus this time around. Still off to a decent start with some
big
good
rounds.
damage done. That's going to
this should be where Sentinels do like the thing that they think is going to work the most out of the demos that they've seen from GENG.
How the map control game plays out.
Pretty confident it's an A default at the very least. I would love GENG to have an aggro A right now.
But it does make their A holds weaker, I think. The way that DRX was able to beat them on this map just recently in Pacific was by taking A long control very consistently. You've always got John there with the cam to make sure if GENG pushed down mid,
as we can see, they probably would have map control.
Oh,
this is nice though. They got smoke, flash goes in, flash doesn't hit anyone, and they know that all of this is clear, so we had all of that fake pressure from Sentinels, and they know it's fake, especially with the Skydog after.
Trying to get rid of some of the Killjoy util.
They have one person holding over towards A.
But they don't actually know where it is. It's been shifted and moved along, so none of those bullets will be landing. Drone up through C. Makes it feel like there is some presence and pressure being pushed up into it, but a lot of players just now sitting outside through B, wall up in their face again, creating difficulties.
And if they do decide to
where did Sassy use his drone?
Going to be there fairly early with a snake bite. They're trying to go back towards garage.
Texture. He's trying to play an off angle to get ahead of this util that they might use to clear this, and he is ahead of the phone line!
Wait, you got the guy behind?
Just like that, pushing through to John QT, quick to equalize the 3v3.
Got the guy behind. It's a big kill from John, it's a doable round.
To breathe. Bit of a pause is called, Cage falls. Alongside the wall, Munchkin was not ready for that.
Bro.
Ferrari Peak in action here.
30 seconds left.
Tap, hoping that the rest of these players are going to come.
Okay, shout out to John, man. He recovered this round.
And it leaves it once more down to Meteor. 1v3.
The big kill from Zekken also.
For him on the pistol round, and he did convert, but this one is a little bit more, at least tougher to chew through, isn't it? Contacts caught by
very
John,
nice.
He will deliver them the round.
Force them down to an eco, to 4 lost bonus.
Sentinels. One from John, the other from Zekken, both in B main. And I think those are the 2 that really turned that in favor of SEN. After Texture got a double kill, most of the time I think that should be Raps.
Yeah.
And yet, really strong, quick aim coming out from John Cutie and Zekken to be able to pick off players on GENG. Both Karen and Munchkin falling in those spots. It just opens up the whole site for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's
GENG are going to have to respect that. If Sentinels are shooting and they've got a firepower advantage early on in this game, well, a lot of things are going to change.
Okay, same thing over towards A.
It's knocked GENG down to that weak
Getting kind of full info still.
The overall,
it does worry me a little bit that they're going to be able to hold one over towards A, but they are at least smoking and trying to create vision block. They just don't know that Lackey is using his util insta. Or maybe they do, and he does that all the time.
Of course, Texture with the knives in his hands with the Blade Storm might be able to return at least some of it, but tagged up by the drone. You got to respect that.
Yeah, got to dash because he'll get spam through that.
Got to make the most of it. Meteor's back in there too, Orb in their face.
Yeah, I think
not thinking about it, but as it's dropped, Meteor is just out in the open, and this slow, cautious tail is.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe comms.
It is, but because they didn't take.
Or he wanted to get info, but he's just straight out. He's straight out in the open. There's a nice shot here, though.
So their choices are between B and C, and that's mostly where the GENG defense is. There are still opportunities for this to go wrong for Sentinels. They've got time on the clock.
Jayan, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the 2 months.
Re-explore this entire area confidently.
Yeah, this is nice from John, though. And if this is how they're going to be approaching over towards A, this is going to work well.
What's the chances you run into the Bucky?
The Bucky's devastating. But he still created a bit of pressure over towards A, and there's still pressure towards long. 3 people here for GENG.
It is committed. Still as an orb and a snakebite in your face after shock. Narrowly avoided.
Oh my god, he's done great to dodge this.
Still, the reinforcements are here. This is the danger zone.
On time, 15.
Straight into the maw, and it's only firepower. They're going to be able to bail yourself out. Texture can only do so much with that Sheriff in hand, and the plan has to be stuck down. Bullet spraying.
Oh my god, that was close on this one. Okay, nicely done in the end. Dude, the pings are a little bit to the left. It was a risky plan.
But I'm really not liking the way that they're setting themselves up in some of these situations. Because they're not taking A control early on.
Yeah, I agree with this as well. Like, these rounds are so close. I think they can keep these rounds real clean if they push A heavy at the beginning.
It doesn't matter too much that John goes down to the Bucky in short, but that got close and it had no reason to necessarily. They just found themselves stuck.
importance of that A lobby control, though, that you were hammering home is going to be all the more here. Texture's got the operator in his hands, and I think this is being tracked by Sentinels now. Got a sight set towards
and now we start going over towards A. Oh, we got Omino in towards Heaven as well. Dude, we are dumping the ults onto this. Double from Sassy. Big understanding. With the round forcing down to another eco. Sending it over towards A, which we know is weak.
That's so lovely. I mean, that's a wonderful
play. I mean, this was a great round as well. Pretty much just using
into the back of it too.
Your breach and your jet as
had
info.
An opportunity, but it was a tough flick to be able to get onto Zek, and he does the reverse peek, crossing over the bricks early. He is often good for those. His aim's pretty spectacular with the op, but this time, SEN come out on top, and Zeken's got that killer instinct just to rush him down early.
Yeah, they are not scared, are they?
I was talking about how
we saving on this one, sure, man. Sentinels will take that all day.
Despite the fact that they've been good
3K
so far with
on top of all of this.
But if I'm looking at just the teamwork,
a great round from Sentinels.
Their rifle aim, everything's looking very clean right now for SEN. And that A take inspired a lot of confidence.
The skin is the new champ skin.
So far, it's GENG firmly on the back foot here.
Yeah. Sentinel's coming out swinging as well. Don't let that 4th seed in Americas fool you. What a finalized finish as well for them in Stage 2.
They had a 6-map win streak at the start of Stage 2. Yeah, it's something that I think people have forgotten because they went out ignominiously from playoffs.
He got the other guy close as well. He fell into it, that's sick.
But they're still a competent team, and if you catch them on a good day, woe betide you.
Yeah. You think about this Sentinels team.
The vibes are good as well. Dude, I can't believe they didn't have anyone ready for a Heaven TP as well.
Their year in Korea with the Africa tournament, and now looking to potentially lift even a trophy, but maybe
because this is what they do when they want to go aggro A. But my issue with their aggro A is they never use the Omen flash, and that's like the only way to shut down aggro A in this comp.
So this is that Viper wall I was talking about. It's designed for A long control, but they couldn't control the TEN's teleports. Very cool anti there, I think, based on where they saw the Viper wall.
Karani wants to press
forward. And I agree. I think they saw the wall and realized they were going to go aggro.
Is up, and the trade insights here for Sentinels. Seekers considered by Lackey are now offloaded here just for that extra information.
And like they don't go aggro every single time with this wall, but it's at least above 60%. What I've seen.
Again, the risks have to be taken. He's the one pushed past and forwards most of his util, and he needs to find a kill from it.
Surely he has a free one on TENs.
Backs to it, he's watching the wrong angle, but yeah, TENs
and he gets full info because he heard the guy reloading going over towards C. Problem is, though, has he been out of range of stuff that's going up? Okay, so they haven't had info on C for a long time, so they don't know if they're already in the site.
Much easier to hit.
Why Texture's playing so far back.
There's always going to be that lockdown coming from Garage. How do you... Not Garage, coming from... What is that kind of placement?
So they
do
an
it doesn't get contested?
I mean, Sentinel's going to be pushed all the way
Garage, that means they have to kind of push spawn. What a recovery, man. Oh my god. Dude, how's he turning the flashes that well? Wait, that looked nuts. Then a double flash. The little flick, that was insane, bro.
What value from the lockdown as well. I can't say that I've really seen too many people.
I kind of like the ult. I've seen people do this with the ult and they go behind and you force people into this corner. I like this, knowing that they're all on site. No one's going to run the gauntlet back down towards long, so they have to kind of push into your crossfire. It was cool.
But that's the first one with rifles
and then Sentinels obviously in that situation, you're normally thinking, well, we got to take some map control, otherwise we're going to get pinched.
Great for them until Meteor made that play walking down mid.
Sandwich ult, yeah, it was a bit like that.
When you're in a player disadvantaged spot, sometimes you got to take risks like that.
Of course.
Right, that was so sick watching them dodge both the flashes there.
So now Texture with op in hand, going to be taking that peek towards B as Sentinels look to take some A lobby control.
TP though.
They got to be careful. Reset. Okay, so this is something that they didn't really... Well, it's the same aggro A, but they never really had as much success on it. So it's a very nice kill.
Every time the Viper wall's been in this spot, TENs has tried to TP into this cubby. But this time, Munchkin wasn't just sat there in the open picking up an ult orb. They actually fought.
Scout destroyed.
Slow and steady. This time GENG not needing to take too many risky plays, wandering forwards here. The pit is going to be dropped at the minute mark. This is lovely. Supplements the defense.
Yeah, I mean, this is a strong setup with him up the top.
Any further I say that, but actually Karen, having gone
you actually cannot go A against this.
Down short. So it keeps 2 players A on the defense side, but I think SEN are
Time's getting a little bit low
to get through that.
They really are.
what are your options now? You haven't gone garage, you haven't broken the Killjoy utility.
Well, Meteor. It's going to walkabouts here. Oh my, almost time for the peak there. Yeah, almost there with a punish still. Drone's going to be used to clear through into mid. Sentinels have only got 30 seconds to really work with into this one. Again with that player disadvantage.
And
TP up top and away. And he spotted these players.
Respect.
GENG still
He's done enough to get his team through the choke point. Hey, shout out to TenZ, man. He had to do it.
That is an amazing play from Sentinels. GENG always flood defend.
No Zekken alive, so TenZ has to DP in.
Knowing it was coming. I mean, he knew with 100% confidence that they were about to push through that smoke. Hard red. There's the advantage of having those VODs to watch from Pacific.
Yeah, that's also true.
Munchkin not interested in playing for this one as well. Just wants to keep the op into the next.
Yeah, I mean, that's a straight up reset of their money.
Defense rounds. Gives us time as well.
And a 5v4 as well.
General feeling heading into this one. It was already kind of mentioned on the desk with the map pool stuff, with Haven being played. It's a map that we haven't seen much of Sentinels at all.
No.
And there's a reason that they picked it here today. They feel like there's weaknesses to exploit on GENG's side. I would have to agree. When I was watching, it looked like one of the weaker maps for GENG, surprisingly. It was my overall hot take coming into
They have money? Yeah, it's just one person's going to take a hit.
As shored up as people were making out.
The weird thing about that, though, is I feel like we've seen Haven so little.
We got
so few teams at
I posted texture to all. Nats, thank you so much for the raid, bro. Appreciate it. Dude, that's an early stream from you.
Maybe I'll change my mind.
Early stream, Nats. Appreciate you, man.
Sentinels here. But you know, SEN had only played it once before this.
Thank you for the raid.
100 Thieves and they lost fairly convincingly.
And so it's hard to tell, right?
It's really tough to tell.
Size, yeah.
It's tough to tell who's good on Abyss, obviously, but also Haven at the moment. I think
that was very nice from them.
Even more unknowns. The decider, if we got there, would be Abyss.
Oh, Abyss. I mean, I would love to see that map 3. Already into the round here. It's going to be...
I'm going to thing over towards A. We get the flash at the back, yeah.
John QT stepping up late. Looking to send it
Dude, they're loving a B at the moment.
The smokes aftershock as well. Nobody's going to be able to press their way forwards and past it, but TenZ does get dropped. That's spam, I believe.
I mean, it's one of a relatively big. Oh my God, Zolstis is sending it with the ult. Yeah, they wanted to take some map control, and this might have fallen apart.
Completely unaware, and a spray down transfer just does not connect. Everybody falls once more. This time,
that's a good reply on
Sentinels drifting back to that spectator seat, and GENG maybe one step
Sentinels have loads of money. A little bit gutting that they use Zelstis' ult here.
Step ahead there too.
It looks like they want to always fast flood over towards B.
Expecting GENG to be set up for that pre-take, for that flood defend. And instead GENG hold a little further back.
I mean, they kind of didn't hold too far back. They still kind of, I would call this a flood still. They just insta-send it. Like, they waited for the util. That's it. That's all they did. They waited for the util, Skydog in.
Like that early on. But look how unexpected that timing was for them to
go. That's still a flood in my books, for sure.
Yeah, the Rolling Thunder just to try and fight for one of the extremities down towards B.
They just caught them in transition of going into afterplant mode.
One round to the next, it doesn't take them long.
There's a reason that they've made every single final so far this year.
Okay, Op gets set up over towards A, and we insta-dog all of this. So we're going to have one person holding A at the moment. Another B hit, 3 in a row.
Attempt and push in, spots the player, spamming away. Somebody's to cover this one down and below. Stunned up, matters not. Zekken just walking straight into this one. Still Karon is out and away.
Whoa!
Karon!
What?
Delivers it side by side, him and Lakia. They push back any aggressors. And the spike dropped down into no man's land. There are no chances left for Sassy.
Surely we get that
Another
POV.
Spot where you feel like a GENG player's caught dead to rights, being double swung essentially.
Dude, Zekken even played it perfect.
And the leader in terms of any rookie
he did the peek at the beginning, waited for his teammate to swing, and then swung.
Just a slight wiggle of the movement too to shake off a few bullets.
Yeah.
Watching Karon is a delight.
This guy is so damn
oh my, what a round.
Even the one to finish it
what
here.
An absolute round, bro.
Being that scoreline, you are right. You know, you're talking about that Rookie of the Year candidacy. I mean, there's not many that can really hold a candle to them. One of them is in this server with him.
Yeah. I mean, John would be probably second, maybe Ruth, it depends what your argument would be. But they're both so far behind Karon, they can't even see him in the race.
Oh my
He's
God,
off
that's
into the
nuts,
distance,
bro. Even in slow-mo, it's pretty fast.
It would take one of those guys,
yeah, a little
John
sidestep crouch was incredible.
Honestly, to overtake him for Rookie of the Year.
John's even like wide swung it to make sure that the trade can come in.
Basically straight from ranked. That's insanely
not,
impressive.
It wasn't even too bad.
Really never seen anything like it.
That's just Karen being a beast.
5-5. Big recovery from GENG. Yes, they got the pistol, but it looked like Sentinels were in control.
This is a pretty good half for GENG, by the way.
SEN going for a few too
Like,
many
normally
plants
they
on B.
struggle on this half. I say normally, at least against DRX. We haven't seen like crazy amounts of teams doing good stuff against them.
What are they going for? Looking for a bit of spam into the corners, just in case there is that one of them held. Up angle, Meteor's caught on the cross though.
Oh, you saw that.
Wade is way past that one. That's a
leg shot.
JungQT barely surviving Seekers, pushing forwards. Lakia.
Yeah, and the Seekers as well. You got to shoot this early, right?
One out, so it's equalized 4 versus 4, and it causes that reaction out of the Sentinels, but they are going to be walking again.
You can get that extra one that's going to follow them up, and that means that Lakia can pretty much get full space as well. They are going to be locked in. 3 people here, turrets. Oh, okay, turrets. So at one point, the garage is going to be a question mark.
Yeah, and again, the players are meeting their match. It's GENG happily able to just.
Bro, Lakia's behind them all.
Forwards, Hunter's Fury, though, that was the extra element needed. Lakia right from behind, texture.
2v4 into a 2v2.
Got to deal with these players. 2v2 now. 36 seconds left.
No way. No one ever goes for that peak anymore with the new Sky.
Texture 3 HP.
30 seconds left.
Looking this way, that way, head on a swivel, doesn't know which way to look. It's an impossibility almost
Still
at this
no
point,
plan?
but at least the spike isn't down. It's the one thing we're looking for him. But weaponry is not. Plant from Zelsis stuck, committed. Needs to be held out here.
Planted.
Weak players all around. It's all about this first shot that lands. Finally, needs a second one. Dash now active. Doesn't know where he is,
my
and it's
god.
wrapped all the way round.
No way, bro. They win a 1v3 for the pistol, 1v2 now. So a 2v4 at its peak as well.
He's such an incredible player.
I mean, he's a god.
Walking back into the backside of C, checking left and right on default. Pulls out his
Bro's just got 3 HP the whole time.
The healthy player realizes he's wrong, still has time, even when he guesses the angle incorrectly first, to readjust. It's just unbelievable watching these guys play sometimes.
I take it with the way Sentinels played, the people alive did damage to him.
It really is.
I mean, there's at least one ult that hits him here.
See, we've got a mini-map.
Yeah.
He's operating fully in the dark in this spot, and he's got a perfect read on that timing.
Dude's just giggling away as well. That's crazy.
What a delivery. Straight up a gift for GENG, but all from the hands of Texture. And still now, look towards it. The final round here of our first half on Haven.
Okay, this is a much better default from Sentinels. But GENG are literally looking at this going, well, we know our A is weak, and they haven't really gone A yet. We have 4 people here. They obviously have full info. But
maybe this round they will, and maybe that'll be how they convert round 12.
They're so aware that this is most likely ending A.
Trailblazer broken, doesn't get concrete information. Just being held here by Sentinels. JungQT. And Zelsis looking to try and break some of this util up through garage, maybe force and pull some of the rotations, but GENG firmly stuck in the mud. They are not drifting away from this A anchoring spot with 4 players ready to receive.
I think if they break the turret, it will have to pull people off A.
That's what they're going to be trying to go for here. JungQT with 40 seconds left. It's broken.
They didn't move a muscle.
Yeah, they're so confident it's an A hit just because they know it's a bit weak.
Of hard reads.
They know it's weak and it hasn't been hit yet.
I think these rotations are
really.
But listen, GENG, they put up all the barricades. They are ready to receive every single player. Full line over and through. Lakia inside
now
the
what?
Columbus plays. Once inside of it, the wall up in their
15
face.
seconds.
Sentinels cannot step past it. It's up to Sassy
and
more.
Maybe.
With only 15 seconds to do it.
John can get the guy on short.
I'm pretty much entirely ran out. Updraft and away. Fade away with a Blade Storm.
Maybe
it's
not.
a flourish to finish, man. And only a few seconds remain before GENG take this
Delayed
lead.
enough time with it though.
First
Nicely
half of
played.
Haven.
Dude,
No
7
time
on
on the
defense for
clock to play
GENG.
with.
It's really good.
7-5
That's
will
really,
be
really
what we
good.
stare at.
Incredible end to the half there. The time ended up being the worst.
And then
killer
honestly,
attempt.
for this half, it's just about Sentinels hopefully having a good understanding. Good news is they used to play against the Guard a lot. Actually, would they have played against the Guard a lot back then? I mean, this comp was super popular in Americas. They should know that they have to. They should know that they have to fight sides. JungQT would have. That's true. And honestly, out of all of them who you want to have the knowledge, that's the guy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed, and get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6.
What are we doing after
Only on
this? Do we go back to the desk or?
Red Bull.
I sound extra crunchy today? What does that even mean? Dude, it is the morning, though. Are you talking about the morning voice? The NA break, yeah. You? Oh, yeah, do you reckon this is, copyrighted? It's too late for that. I'd be right. We'll find out, man. When they come from my YouTube channel, we'll find out. Who goes? Mute now? We already tanked him, man. I was too slow. Might as well give him the full thing. Goopy Goblin, that's a good point. I can do subs. Goopy Goblin, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you, thank you. We had Nuts Raid Carcass. I see you over here as well. Thank you for the 4 months, Carcass. Good morning, Gafito. You too. Garlic Bread Val. Respecto well. With the Prime also. Joey Cap with the Prime also. And Zarb 94 with the Prime. Thank you for the 9 months, dude.
On their defense half. That's the trouble with a team that is coming into a tournament where they haven't really been showcasing much of their maps. I mean, honestly, the case for a lot of teams.
Wait, why we had a tech pause, man?
Okay, am I being baited? Is that real?
I mean, it's looking real. We'll see. We'll see.
What's going on, dude? It's always Sentinels these days.
Whatever's happened down there.
Yeah.
Going into the next half,
it's a Gen G fault.
Again, my focus is going to be on pistols. I feel like
what are they doing in the halftime break?
I talked a little bit
Just Rams, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for the Prime, bro.
One of the big reasons that Vitality have surged forwards in EMEA as well.
You think there's a chance FPX make it out of this group?
Sentinels
oh, for sure,
now,
dude.
Of all the teams, apart from the Chinese squads,
this group, I think, well, I don't want to say it too early, but Gen G, in my opinion, again, it's not a curse. Should be okay. And then third spot is just, sorry, second spot is just up for grabs.
It actually might not matter how good their Haven is, how good their Abyss is, if they wanted to close it out maps 1 and 3.
Yeah, maybe Gen G now come third.
Those rounds
I'm not Jevy, thank you with the Prime, man. Appreciate the 22 months as well.
Just to take away one of those win cons from this Gen G squad that's, I mean, they are determined.
My opinion is a curse, that's the issue, honestly.
Essentially lay claim to
hard for me to argue
that. Heading into champs, this is a squad that, like we already mentioned, they've made every single finals this year that they could, but possibly even make. And past that point, they've already lifted a trophy.
Absolutely.
The first one for Pacific. They've made history this year already. At this point, it's about cementing that legacy, that dynasty.
Yeah, Com, we heard earlier
I think
today,
there's strict rules for this one, Lexi. I don't think I can do that.
Back to back.
I know other streamers do stuff like that.
Sentinels, also looking for 2 Champions trophies, one of only 4 players in this tournament who could. But on the side of Gen G, I think if they win champs, maybe if they even just make the grand finals.
Cherry Isa, thank you as well. Appreciate the 4 months. Appreciate the tier 1. Okay.
And that's with Fnatic still in this tournament.
We're 1-0 pistol. And Sentinels bring out the Gen G against Gen G.
Is just unheard of, especially with how challenging this year has been. It's a very
double sheriff
schedule.
One sheriff.
It's difficult to just not feel the burnout over a certain amount of time here, but Gen G have been looking largely in charge here. The beginning here for our pistol round.
Jonah Still with 20 gifted memberships on YouTube. Holy, bro.
Just in case somebody's peeking for info on Sentinels.
Everyone in YouTube chat, if you got gifted, make sure you say thank you.
It's going to be chewed up by that one. A couple of stray shots.
Jonah, thank you so much for doing that, dude.
You can see there that Texture was intending to updraft onto that high ground inside that smoke. The trap stopped him. Cam sees a lot of this info, but it's only Zelsis home.
It's still kind of nice. I'll keep an eye on the duel on A. Oh, okay, or maybe Prius well. Oh boy.
The timing that's taken, Munchkin. Oh, wide open.
Yeah, it's so unlucky for John. He even knows that there's most likely something going to happen this, or they're going to try and pivot back. They didn't full commit.
It's an open sight. Potentially a closed case, but still Sentinels, they do have that retake utility in their back pocket, just waiting for it to potentially come online. 17 seconds until the dart. Not too sure for the fault line. Dash still available.
So
for Zekin in the back pocket.
Normally this would be impossible to retake, but because it's pistol, they have a bit of a chance.
You might see them take that timing. They are so concerned about these mid flanks.
Not ready yet.
And now the time to strike is here. Texture is way ahead of it inside the smoke. any sort of timings the Sentinels were looking to try and take. They've missed it already. Takes just still Sassy.
What?
That's 2. They need more than that. And no one from GENG is willing to even give him it. Ice cold from them, a tap onto the spike, no one out into the open, he has to stick it for the only win.
Yeah, nicely done from GENG. The pistol gods remain the pistol gods.
That they claim once more another pistol
I mean,
round here.
This was a good demonstration of it, right? It's just perma smokes. You have the Viper smoke up, you then get the Omen smoke, you've got perma smokes here, so it's so hard. You just end up going into a crossfire. And a lot of the time, if you're going through the Viper smoke, you're just low HP as well.
If the guy dies over towards C, probably the guy on A is going to be able to
This is a great lark though, man. Like that.
My God, what a timing Munchkin found.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Munchkin wins this round. It was a nice pistol though. They insert one over towards long. They then create pressure over towards C, make it look like a rush. There's camera spots 4. They only hadn't seen one person. That one person takes the timing.
Small details that hammered
out
great. So well by GENG.
All right, one person is allowed to die. Got 4 rifles.
A lot of matches to be played this year.
Not willing to throw away that advantage that they've got. Winning that pistol round. Taking it nice and slow, hoping that Sentinels will peek into them.
Yeah, the pressure B as well. Yeah, that's true. I should have mentioned that.
A little further back in the previous round. It's going to be getting them good information on this side of the map.
Yeah, Trailblazer. Just a check in case there are trips there. Clears the way through most of the side. Not sure if it cleared Zekken off into the corner. They don't like what they saw. GENG instead now moving over towards the B site. Flash overhead, no connection there. Karon will stick this one, and the gamble stack of Sentinels does not work out.
Okay, so this is something where I normally critical of TenZ smokes, but I don't think this is going to be a good example of it.
As long as Meteor stays alive.
Hey, that's lovely info, man.
He
doesn't even want to use his molly.
He's right there behind him.
No way, not even 1 kill? Oh boy, okay, double armor rebuy.
It's flawless.
A really good bonus.
On their anti-eco, again looking towards that bonus round. It's going to be more than healthy.
George as well with the membership on YouTube. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to the YouTube chat. See a lot of people thanking
just took over from Sassy, who's having a remarkably good game out here on Haven, but not enough.
Is it over?
GENG
at least wait for the bonus.
Even the best teams in the world,
at least give them a fast fight before you go a little bit crazy.
It is a difficult round to be able to convert. But GENG with 2 bites at the apple here on this map, and a chance to run away with Haven.
The Outlaw has 3 people that it could pop.
Wall up. It's difficult to get
they hear it.
Is holding his fault line, but all the players are already way ahead of him. Sassy.
That doesn't even stop the contact.
There's no way.
Can't believe they didn't give it away there.
There's no way. They don't even spam. They're just all the way up, and it's all for free.
Oh boy.
Paranoia flash. It's all offloaded, concatenated, out and over the top as well.
4 10s, man.
To hold it, locking it down.
Whoa! No way, bro. That was sick. Hey, shout out to the flash from Zelsis there. How has he got 3 here? Chat, relax yourself. That's crazy that he gets 3. I'll take the cast there because that's mental.
Flash from Zelsis to actually push them back just a moment. And TenZ recovers after immediately being blinded in the midst of that exec.
Dude, it looked like he was in so much trouble. They can't even re-flood into the site because they got the smoke down and then the molly. They can't even help him out. He's literally on an island. The only thing that Zelsis can do is just spam Util.
Plans not even push back here, so Karon will be able to get that extension into the
round. That was pretty impressive.
Got a feel with GENG. That's sometimes dangerous. You don't want to give them those options and opportunities. Karon inside the smoke, not being cleared out, dodging, weaving, TPing away, still being watched for Meteor. 1v2. Meteor cannot.
Hey, shout out to John as well, jumping through the smoke here. That was huge.
But eventually, it's Sentinels who paved the way.
That was still kind of close, by the way.
Thankfully for Sentinels, all of TenZ hard work does not get this.
That reminded me of like 2021 TenZ. This is what he used to do in 2021. You would go A, and he would kill 3 of you.
Damage done. Not too bad for the SEN economy.
But instead of him being on Omen, and in this pause, he would be in this corner on Jet. But he did also used to have 3 9-second smokes or whatever it was.
Must be said.
What was it on Jet? 7-second smokes? Thermal one ways? It was nuts.
I felt like he was getting into
Nick Weaver, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that as well. On YouTube. Thank you.
One of those players that Yeah,
Did I
from a
miss
map-to-map
some? Okay,
basis,
perfect timing.
Maybe you could argue he's slightly
We got
inconsistent.
Mini Bounce 22
Only
with the Prime.
slightly.
Thank you so
But to
much.
be honest,
Baku
every
as well.
major
Hello, mate. How we
tournament,
doing?
he's
Thank
always
you for the
highest
18
performing
months.
player for SEN.
Jack
he's
Door
actually
with the
gone up
24
in
months.
terms of
Thank you for the 2
ACS
years, bro.
all year.
Biz
Just
with the Prime
tournament on
also.
tournament,
Welcome into
from
the Slug
kickoff
Club.
to
We got
Madrid to
Jadamwa
stage
with the
2,
Prime
putting
also.
up
Whole
better
year,
and
bro.
better
Thank you very much.
performances. So to see him
DMF
at the bottom of the
234
scoreboard
with the Prime.
right now,
Pagan 5507 and Lucky 3017 with the tier 1. Thank you so much.
Want to get an op into his hands, and whether they can from an economy perspective too.
I like the timeout here. Like this is a timeout
few
before it's all gone wrong.
But he
Right?
hasn't
We
quite been where
got
GENG are looking.
so much time to just make sure that it's okay.
Slip in.
This
Quite tight
is
for them in terms of them just
one of
trying to
those
get that
ones
on
where
free.
it's
You can see
like, 'cause if you
Opportunity
lose
for the
this,
outlaw here.
it's kind of done.
You know, getting that
Right,
sniper
it's
into the hands of
11,
Lisa Jet player.
11-6.
Tried and true at this point on Haven.
Don't really have any room
Gotta
for
be a
mess
key
up.
part of your
This,
defensive
secure
protocols.
that you don't lose
But,
this,
yeah,
or at
it's a
least
bit of a
try
bargain
to.
to buy, isn't it? And
Also a
only the
big
1.5
run,
on the
meaning that they
target
would have to
texture.
eco.
Yeah, it's unlikely to find too much success. He's also been running at
What is
C.
this power thing that's been pinged out by GENG? It's going all the way through garage and through the back of it.
Dude, the
They
dazed
make a go
shock.
of it.
Haven't seen that
Not
one
running
for a
a
while as
killjoy.
well.
There's going to be gaps potentially there. We'll see if Sentinels
It just dodged it
are
though.
able to cover it.
Just to look at the other side of the map as well. Recon Dart finally thrown out 20 seconds into the round. Because if you throw it out early, the Viper Wall is really disguising it. Zekken almost caught contact and
Yeah,
Munchkin
and Zekken's done something
I'm
pretty.
not sure which one's even going to be the
pretty
game
nice
changer
here.
here, A or C.
Oh, 10's going for the peak as well as Barrels pointing out.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at the same time. So there was over towards C, there was an Omen flash, and then Zekken dashed out. So they have no info at the moment over towards C, and it's looking like Pistol again, man. Munchkin's doing work.
TP, immediate pivot. Caron, he's straight there with him. Turret broken down into mid here, but the A site is theirs now with texture.
It's such a weird situation, and GENG are the calmest people I have ever seen.
This one thick and fast, playing forwards here, at least with a dart in hands, and the rifles are not doing enough. It's Sassy and Zelsis up against the world. They're not being given even an easy fight in the slightest. The movement ajar.
It's so insane, chat.
Zelsis backing away.
We got 2 people on
That is
site.
a brutal
That's it,
decision for
and they're trying to
Sentinels.
plant.
Not one that
And they are
could have
so
won
calm that they're not going to
at
fast
all,
flood in because
but
they
their
have the
economy's gonna
smoke
be
down.
in a really rough
They're
state.
just
Zelsis has got a
waiting
bit
for
of
the
money, so
reaction
is
over
John.
towards
The
middle,
rest
like
of the
multiple
team,
people.
dirt poor.
No one's like
Think
booking
about
it over
the way
towards
that
A to
Munchkin
help
is
their
getting
teammates
spaced
out. They're
down
just
short,
so
right?
confident that
If
they're fine
Sassy
on
throws a
site.
recon
They have
dart
such
at
a
the
good
start, over
understanding that
towards
they left
A lobby,
C, that
Munchkin's
they're
just
probably
gonna
more
play
in
around
this
his
area,
wall,
so
and
their
he's gonna
rotates are going
dodge
to be
it,
hard. They're
and you're
probably
not
going to
gonna
push
get
out
any good
middle or
information. In
rotate
fact,
from B.
You might even get bad info and think it's cleared when it's not. So they need a different way of being able to get information there. You're either going to have to re-clear
Bro, this guy,
with
man.
the Sova drone.
This guy is having
Or you're
impact.
going to have
Not
Zekken
the
fight
craziest
back.
amount of
And
kills,
Sentinels
but
have
the
not
impact's
chosen
through the
either
roof.
option. For all that they've got the rounds really close here, I think there's a ton of things that SEN could improve on this map if they ended up rematching GENG later on in
Dude,
the
he has
tournament
8
here.
kills.
Or if they can
8
figure it out
kills, but he
mid-game.
wins them the big buy rounds. That means that they have to go to an eco, and he wins them a pistol. But even with his 8 kills, if we just highlight 2 of them, kind of with 2 kills got 4 rounds.
One of those spots where you might want to
As
just
long
give
as they
the
don't
gun
lose
over
the
to
eco,
get to your
obviously.
teammate. It's rough though, because Zekken really wanted to try to get aggro, but with only 48 health, what can you do?
And already the space is taken up here by GENG. Another perfect read.
Munchkin's IGL in.
Yeah, and there
It
goes
is
the smoke. Oh, bro, his IGLing is insane.
People maybe didn't credit it as much at the start of the year, but defense side,
Yeah, we're
hard
learning.
reads. Attack side, he finds the gaps
Yeah,
so
I mean,
often.
these lurks on top of it, it's
All
all coming together. This guy is just, he's a beast right now this entire year.
He really has been.
Deep flash, fault line onto texture, but there's plenty more util where that came from, buckets of it. Paranoia for a paranoia, just pushing them back and away. Sentinels be lucky to get anything. Still, Caron, drop towards the back, texture.
Jesus, bro.
And that's a 4-piece, ace stolen away. Another ace.
Jesus, man.
For him, man.
Yeah, give me that reaction. It's always a 4K.
This has been happening in Pacific over and over again. The last ace that Texture got was in April, man.
What did he have? He hit Bullet, man. He hit one body shot on him.
He's had 12 4Ks since his last ace. Look at him.
Wow, he is insanely calm.
The drought should have finally ended. He's so funny.
Oh, man.
I do love Texture.
Right, he's incredible, man.
Sentinels find an answer?
Okay, this is the 11-6 that we were talking about.
The gap has opened up to 5.
Overall, do they do the Sentinels Classic
It has to
over towards C? It's a different...
Updraft dash
oh wait,
up
I'm
and
looking the
over.
wrong...
Flash
What am I
to
doing?
follow it up as well.
What am I doing,
Nobody's
chat?
in.
I think they're on attack here.
It's given up almost entirely and it's put the squeeze onto
Dude,
the
John has
Sentinels
to do a lot here.
Get the kill drips online, full line. That's a potential team utility to just colliding and clashing into
Oh, bro, it's falling apart, man.
Fury. It's panicked, it's offloaded.
This if there was a round for me, like mixing up the teams, this is what it would have looked like. It fell apart.
Very nice pathing to bring out in a crucial round, and Texture's looking to close it.
And he's just
only 10s left.
Right click.
Oh, that was the messiest round. That was the messiest round there was so far. You got to look at over towards here as well. Got 2-9 lost bonus. We've got no money. Everyone's sitting around 3,100. Got to get some Bulldogs out. Guardians. 6 chances
we were talking about at the
on
start
probably,
of this where GENG
arguably, GENG's worst map.
Building on their grand finals appearance at Madrid. Compared to Sentinels, who've struggled really to recapture that magic. I think this round will be it.
You think Ascent should be close? It should be closer than this, just because Sentinels should have been aware that this is the map veto. Like, if I could get the map veto right, and I have no idea about practice, etc., like, they should know that that's happening. They should be pretty on top of it. The problem is they were the ones that got their first loss of the deadlock comp out, right?
They're probably not going to have 10s.
They used the deadlock comp and
there's just so many questions
didn't look
being thrown
insane.
at them. They do not have the answers on this side of the map.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Not just the fact that Sentinels have now got to do it. With, again,
dude, is this too old?
Too
old. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted as well. Chad, in the
they can't
timeout. Let's get some Oiler Slugs going. Thank you so much, Too Old. Appreciate you doing that. 77 altogether as well. Thank you for all the gifted, man. Thank you for doing the 10 right now. What do we got as well? We got OG Flash with the tier 1. Thanks for the 13 months. Kumi Cat as well. Kumi Cat UK. Similson as well. Simnilson even, sorry, with the Prime. Thank you so much. And Kazutsa. Thank you for the Prime as well, bro. Appreciate you. Too Old, bro. Thank you so much for doing that, man. Finding some Apple TV videos. Honestly, I heard Bacon's giving out recommendations.
Yes, this should do.
A lot of players going to be watching.
All right, like we said, 6 chances they get the timeout in. It's going to be hard for them to do this. Can't let them onto a site. At the moment, they've been getting over towards sites.
No signs over towards Garage. Instead, they set it over towards the B site. Celsius is watching this. Smoke up in his face. Flash up and over, count with a TP, and even a committal to the plan, but that's an aftershock to push him back and away. Dash still there, Zekken spots it. Here's the one, but nobody's giving him an easy fight. Meteor dashing and backing away, still with his B-side control. Texture, he's put straight past it! And in front of that fault
I was going to say, imagine.
He's with the trade there, Flash in and through, over the back, 4v4.
Okay, so we go for after plant. We've got to start keeping an eye on 10s. I've been critical of his smokes in the past.
Exactly what GENG are looking to cook up. Munchkin still with that orb up in their face. Dart and a paranoia follows through, flooding back and away. Side players cleared out, rolling thunder, committed now to the front. Sentinels have got to try and strike.
I mean, this is good so far. Yeah, this is good. We have the smoke on the spike. We can tap this early. Dude, a nice B retake from Sentinels. We're out here learning. Love this. In the off-season, I was critical about them, like all the time in their B retake. And even when they started playing it again, I think we only saw one of them, but I saw the same things happening. That was cool. That's a good sign. I mean, I know it's 12-7, but if you're looking for some kind of good sign, that's a good sign. They're learning.
Selling wins as well here.
Help that they had who's Breachel,
right? The whole
right?
team needs to be doing more of it. It's not just down to him.
I can't really focus on individuals, despite the fact, you know, Zekken is sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard. It's been a while since he's even got a kill. It's more just the idea is going to miss. come to offer any sort of bailout.
At the same time, you do want to be putting your duelist
all right.
in a position to
Still counting
influence
down.
the round.
5.
Right? And so the fact that we haven't really seen Zekken in those spots is a bit concerning. You know, again here, he's looking to try to find fights over towards B, and GENG are heading in a different direction.
Trailblazer is never getting broken. It's just being given free reign to clear the way. Give space for GENG.
I think you're worried in that kind of spot if you break the Trailblazer. Texture's right behind it.
And that's an interesting peek.
Oh.
Zekken makes the adjustment.
A nice shot, though.
There's
Snaps
the
it to the
value.
cranium, and there is the value. It had to come about through that sheer mechanical skill.
Here comes Munchkin. He's trying one of these classic A-lurks.
Yeah, again. He's got a good amount of space right now.
But there's a chance for the timings to be missed here. And which way is he going to look?
Oh my god, what are these
Adjustment
shots
again.
though?
Mirrored plays from Tens.
Another nice shot.
Pushes GENG back. It
Look
just
at the
looks and
double
lurks.
lurk.
Yeah.
It's the same
my.
again. Lurk up A
Yeah,
lurk
and they're
up
just
C at the
taking.
same
I mean, this
time.
is what they do.
One gets
But
broken,
it's
the
so
other
nice
doesn't.
from GENG because they
broken
know,
Meteor,
right?
so an open
If you
side
get
for
over
them.
towards A site, you get over towards C site with this comp, and Munchkin is alive.
They're not gonna
Like
close
you,
out the
like
map
you
here, surely.
literally,
GENG.
you win the
You
round.
never know with this team.
So Sentinels, obviously, once they
really
hear and
shouldn't.
see people and pressure, they have to over-rotate because they have to fight the site. So GENG's way of playing against that is just by lurking up as soon as they make pressure somewhere, they're taking space somewhere else. It's like the way that you want to play it.
Meteor finds it, still traded. Charon, that's a sweep from behind here now. The backstab, but maybe just pushing back in a way. Lakia needs support and he needs help if this is even going to be doable. Flash in through the box. Smoke is up in his face. A tap in his way. That's a bit of spam to follow up. Charon, and now a lot more to do.
Guys, play it proper. Okay.
Stuck
Yeah, I
fully
always
in
worry when I
Tens
do
there
that guy.
to defend
All right,
it.
4.
Sentinels
Not too
are
bad. There were
still
some nice
alive in
shots
this
hit here
map.
as
They're
well.
not gonna be
At
going
least the
down
confidence
one
is
map
like
just
flowing a
yet.
little bit from this
6
round.
chances for GENG to close. Now down
Both
to
Tens and
4.
Zekken hitting nice shot.
The Sentinels pick up 2 retakes. Both times happy to allow GENG to get into the site, but then making sure that they deal with any extraneous threats. I mean, in this situation, they had a big player advantage too. It was a nice shot from Zekken.
Wait, how long are we waiting for?
He's going to
Damn,
now pick up the
nice shot.
operator heading into round 21. This is, I think, the first time that we've seen him with an op in hand, right?
Yeah.
He had 2 outlaws earlier.
It's definitely been rough to them to salvage that money to give up. But he's
Yeah,
found
it's like
them.
an
It's still
8-second
a smoke in
build-up.
his face.
Go on 1 tap.
We'll push him back. Going to be given that early sight line. Texture's even watching just in case he is updraft up onto the box.
Hey, Killjoy ult. So they got the Killjoy ult to get him over towards the site. They got a Viper ult to secure the afterplant.
That flash down A short.
Got a Sky Dog to make sure that we go towards short. I mean, how are we handling this if we're Sentinels right now?
That this is actually
Got
the
it.
pack of GENG.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Anchor it. Locked down.
Surely.
It's unconventional. Doesn't really stretch all the way out towards this A side. Sassy, drone, spots it. They're wondering if this is potentially fake pressure. Tens overstaying it, just about escaping. 58
Flash,
speed,
Tens.
and now
Tens
it's being
flash.
fully committed. The molly at the feet as well. They are
No,
separating these
Tens, you had to
players,
flash.
breaking them apart. Nobody is allowed to anger this site. To set up and execute the pitch
Damn.
down, man.
Spike
And
planted.
Tens has got to make a play. He's already found it, whipping it around. Meteor, rifle in hand, leaving it to the 2. And only the blade.
Yeah, I mean, this was a cool round from GENG though.
A rifle for John QT.
It was a cool
A
round.
couple of easy kills, but Meteor will not
Yeah,
give
just a
them
good plan overall, getting the
anything
orb
at
as well
all.
to make sure they had
Okay, to finish up the
the
map.
Killjoy ult.
Haven is there.
Okay, nicely done from GENG. Double pistol helped them a lot. Definitely. And they just got too, like, with this comp, they just got way too many rounds on defense.
The VOD advantage, the tape